Thank you for watching, liking, commenting, sharing, and subscribing right now.
Locker Gnome was a nickname that I kind of gave to myself, although I can't take full credit. My college prep writing teacher used to call me Gnome, and it just kind of stuck. And then one day I was standing out by my locker, and I turned to my friend Dave and I said, "Hey, I'm the Locker Gnome. It's my job to stand by lockers and say, hey, I'm the Locker Gnome." It's kind of recursive, which is humorous to me. That's how I got it, and it kind of stuck. I needed a handle at some point when I got online, and I just used that because I had nothing else. So, the reason why I'm bringing this up is, not only to discover, your handle, if you go by the same handle everywhere. We just recorded a video on where you can discover if your handle, your usual handle, is taken on a variety of social networks. So be sure to look for that on chris.pirillo.com or YouTube or geeks.pirillo.com or wherever it happens to be posted. Tuxedo Jericho, that's his handle, or his nickname, at least on the networks that I know him on, like geeks.pirillo.com. He has a top 5 list on how not to choose a handle, specifically related to a chat room handle where you're going to be interacting with people. But, this is likely applicable to any time you sign up for a website and you need to use some kind of nickname, some type of username. Said Chris, I recently witnessed on another network where someone joined a channel and asked how to access his sound card in Vista. The real funny thing was his nickname was the best techie. So that was the catalyst for this top 5 list on the don'ts for choosing a chat name. Number 1, choose a name that suits you. You must also make sure that when choosing a nickname that it's somewhat honest. If you call yourself techie and you ask nothing but simple questions about a computer, you might want to choose a different name. If you are a techie, then you may want to consider getting a different job if you really don't know that much about the things that you want to know about yet. There. Number 2, it's better if your nickname is easy to spell and or say. When it's hard to say, people more than likely will shorten the name when they type or speak it. Even if you don't want this to happen, my main nickname is Tuxedo Jericho. I've had plenty call me TJ, Tux, and even Nuke called me TJer. 3. When joining chats, please be sure to make sure your names don't contain strong language or sexual terms. This will lead you to getting the boot when you first enter the door. Number 4, you may want to refrain from using your real name as your chat name. Some people do this, but it can lead to danger. If you are smart when in the chat, this won't be much of an issue. So I actually use my real name in this particular chat room because it is my chat room, and people ask, "Is that really Chris Pirillo?" Yeah, that's the handle there. But don't accept substitutes. Like, some people think it's me because someone uses my name. That doesn't mean it's me. Trust me. If you don't know if it's me, just stop by the website, watch the live video feed. You'll know where to find me. Number 5, don't pretend to be a real famous person. Especially on tech chats, don't pretend to be a famous geek. Steve Jobs isn't likely to stop by live.pirillo.com and talk like a complete noob. Also, don't try to pretend... He writes us, don't try to pretend to be Chris Pirillo. Only one man has the talent to pull off acting like Chris, and that man is Chris himself. Bonus tip! If you're going to choose a name of a famous character, be prepared to be asked by random noobs, "Are you really character name?" Since I registered the name Dr. Horrible, I've been asked, "Are you really Neil Patrick Harris?" Then they were upset because I really wasn't that actor. I would agree with the list of his tips here. It's important that you find something that suits you, that is you, that you believe you can live with for the rest of your life. And I suppose if I had a chance to do it all over again, I may have chosen something different other than the Locker Gnome. But for better or for worse, it's there. It's been with me since 1990-ish. It's a long time to live with an... Holy cow, that's almost 2 decades! Huh. I just realized that. Oh. My email address, which I haven't had for that long, is chris@pirillo.com or chris@lockergnome.com. You're welcome to stop by the live chat room here. It's part of the live video feed, and now my mind is completely gone. I can't believe it. 2 decades. chat room is going on, and a lot of the people in the chat room are also involved in our vibrant community of geeks at, appropriately, geeks.pirillo.com. Although, you should note that geeks.lockergnome.com will redirect to Pirillo.com. I don't know if I'm going to stick with geeks.pirillo.com or go to geeks.lockergnome.com. I haven't really decided. I thought it'd be a lot more personal if I went with my own last name at this point. We'll see how that goes and grows over time. And now my printer is apparently cleaning itself, so I guess that means it's time to sign off and tell you that if you want to join the chat room, we're typically talking tech 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, in conjunction with this live video feed at live.pirillo.com. We'll see you later.